Hello, folks. Old Hunter here. I had a couple of shout outs on how I built this pier. Several people showed interest in how to build this pier, and I think I'd give a few pointers here. And if they want to build a pier one day or something, a lot of hard work and a lot of heavy work. Got to be a young man. I was like 58 when I built this. I couldn't even think about doing it now.
Well, how old is this pier?
The pier's 22 years old.
22, okay.
And when I built it strong enough to ride my four-wheel out here. And when I had a golf cart, I drove that electric golf cart out here. And I built that way, so I was thinking, her daddy or my mom them come up here, they couldn't walk very good and all like that. I could come out here on a golf cart. Mom actually sit right on the golf cart and fish right out there and caught fish sitting on the golf cart.
What you can do, and hey, you could jump up and down on this pier. It ain't going anywhere.
It ain't going nowhere.
All right, so
I do a lot of thinking before I build stuff. I try to make stuff. Because as you get older, you just don't get around near as good as you used to.
well, you lose some of your mobility and your agility and your flexibility.
Yeah, well, that there is just a little storage shed I got. Rod and reels and tackle box and net and stuff like that. And
Whatever you need.
yeah, whatever I need is there. My battery charger sits right in here. Goes right to the boat, but I got it in a fan because I'm going to be going down to the coast.
Oh, show them these
Now,
stairs.
this
These
right
stairs.
here is probably one of the best things I ever built. You walk down this set of steps, you can step right into the boat.
Yep.
Can you imagine stepping from here down to a boat? I'd have done broke my neck and fell overboard.
Oh, yeah.
So I used my head and built something like this. And a lot of people that have seen this have done that to their piers.
And while you're down here, real quick, spin around when you can. Show them what you did over here because of the lake rising and stuff.
Okay. One time, when I first built the pier, I put them treated boards like that so the bottom of the boat can go there. And then when the lake rose, you just come up and they ain't got to worry about it going under the pier. Because the only thing I got to hold my boat in here is this right here. This hooks to an eyeboard on the front of my boat. It's got a weight on the bottom. Keep my boat pulled right in here, but yet it can come up down to the level of the lake.
Right, right. Because this lake will rise.
Oh, yeah. And that's why, if you notice, I got places where they go up and down, right up and down, and they can hang on nothing. That's what you got to do. You got to make sure it's not going to hang on something. Well, I thought I had it really good. But now, the lake is starting to get a little bit higher than it normally does. Here a while back, I had an inch of water over the top of these deck boards.
Yep.
I've never had that much water on this pier before since I've been here. But usually it just comes to the bottom of them.
Right.
Well, the boat come up my place on the bottom of the boat where you hook your winch and all, hung up on them boards. I'm glad I come down here when I did, because it was falling pretty fast. And the boat was like that, and it didn't like probably 4 inches for the stern started filling up with water. So I said, okay, I got to come up by. I got to make it can't get up on that. So I come up with that little deal right there. The water never gets as high as this. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But I hadn't had any more trouble with the boat hanging up. You build something, you need to stop and think about what you're doing and try to make it where it's going to last forever.
And plan for everything that could happen if you can.
Yeah, and make it safe and all. All right, I'm just going to sit right here and do a little talk.
That's cool. Hey, that works. It's a good view.
A couple of people want to know, how did I build this pier? Well, let me tell you. Unless you got the money to hire somebody to come in with a barge and all that kind of stuff, you got to use your head. And what I done, I took some 4x4s, and I had some 16-foot 2x8s. I got my boat and I put a 4x4 over there and a 4x4 here, and just drove down just so far. I didn't want to get them deep, just so far. And I run from the bank out to them 4x4s, 16 foot, and put some crossboards so I could walk out here. But when I got out here, on the way out, I was driving 4x4s on that side, I was driving 4x4s on this side till I got to the end of the 16 foot. Now, I made a deal for driving 4x4s. Small man couldn't handle it. You gotta have a little bit of beef. A friend of mine made it for me. It's made out of a piece of 8-inch schedule 80 pipe. It's that long. It weighs 93 pounds.
Woo!
So you're sitting there, you doing this.
That was a workout.
It give you a good workout. You ain't got to go to the gym again today, believe me.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's basically how you build something like this. You just start building it like that as you go. When I got all the way to the end with the 16 foot, I got in the boat. I went out there. I drove 2 more piles down, 16 foot, running out there. And you just keep working yourself.
Right. And how deep is the water where you're at right now?
Right here, you probably got about 4 or 5 foot right here.
I'll say it ain't super deep.
At the end of the pier, you got, it's over my head. It's probably about 6.5 foot.
Okay.
But no, it's not super deep, but it's plenty for the fish. I tell you another interesting thing. We like to swim down here a good bit in the summertime, especially her sister comes up and stays. They love getting that water out there on the inner tubes. They said, go see if you can find us used inner tubes. Well, I got to go find us. I bought 2 brand new 18-wheeler inner tubes. Like $30 a piece for them girls to have something to get in and swim around on.
Hey?
But this is a good story here. I knew these were here because I had to get overboard and put cross bracing on all these piling. It was easy to do it overboard. Well, we got underground springs this lake. You got one right about out there. You got another one about right there. Then you got 2 right there. And it's just like somebody has a garden hose of ice water. Boy, when they hit you, it freezes you to death.
Yeah, that little bit of system shock,
I couldn't wait till my wife and her sister come out here. They got all in there. Ooh, they didn't know what it was. That far all the way around that spring, the water's cold too.
Huh.
I mean, you can feel it. It comes up a lot of force, just like a garden hose.
Hey.
And but I built this pier. I think I was 58 years old. Couldn't even think about doing it now. But there's a lot of work goes into one. But I got probably the largest closed-in pier on the lake.
You got the longest one and the highest one. I know that.
Oh, yeah, I made mine. I had no idea how high the lake got us, but I don't want to take a chance. Matter of fact, if he cans this right here, I'm going to show you something.
I'm going to go down.
On these 4x4s. So when he got an inch above the deck, I come out here, I took my floor jack, I jacked him up and got another 4x400.
Yep.
You kind of get mighty high to get in here, but I got this because you keep stuff in here, but this needs the same right here. I put a little bit more water, not use about up to there. And when I catch fish, I throw them in there.
Yeah.
I've kept fish alive as long as 2 weeks in there if you didn't have over 10 or 15. Now, if you get a big pile of them, they're going to die, but they're still in ice cold water. And another thing I got right here, I raised my own minnows, so I got a minnow pond.
Which we've shown. You can see the minnows moving right now.
This is one of them ice machines, like you see at the grocery stores and all, where you open the lid, you usually buy a bag of ice out of it. It's all insulated. And even in the summertime, that water is cold as it could be. And it ain't good in a way because you get out there when that water in the lake's like 85, 86 degrees, you hook one of them in and drop both, he'll die quick. So what I got to do is take a little bit of this water, a little bit of lake water, mix it together, and then put them in and let them stay in there for a while, and then they'll be able to take that hot water. But
you want to show them your fish cleaning bench?
Yeah.
I say, well, my soda's sitting there. I forgot to move it.
It's all stainless steel table, stainless steel sink. And a friend of mine gave me this. I've had this for 22 years. That's why I cut my fish on. And I take bleach. I got a spray bottle. Matter of fact, the pump done fell off. I'll get me a new one.
I see it now, yeah.
I get through cleaning everything. I spray everything down with pure bleach.
And you got water, people. We got a hose and everything.
Yeah, but I gotta do some work. You can see why I got the hose running out here and what happened. I can show it to you.
Yeah, let me back up.
Oh, let me show you something. I like this
yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
hold on. Let me back up. Whoa, shit. Forgot that chair was there. Okay.
If it's rain hard one day and all, you still want to go fishing?
Trap door.
I have caught, I don't know how many brim, white perch. You can see how clear that water is. Can you see going down that?
Yeah, you can see way down in there, yes.
Water's clear.
And I've sat out here many times hurting fish breaking underneath me when I'm sitting on that trap door. They hit.
I've caught white perch. I've caught bass. I've caught catfish. And bluegill. I used to have it. I had a feeder. I kept it full of floating catfish food. But I hadn't do it anymore. That's like this right here. I come up with this when I was living over, had a place on Toledo Bend. This thing right here swings back and forth. I got it pinned.
Yeah.
So I hang one of them automatic deer feeders off of it.
Right.
I got that floating catfish food, and it goes off, falls down inside that float there. It don't go all over the lake. It stays right where you want it.
And you'll see them coming for it, turtles and everything.
They just boil like piranha.
Yep.
And but I took it off. I used it just deer season, and I had to put it back on.
Well,
but
you're just getting ready to starting to fish again this year. You know,
yeah.
you've been doing yard work and stuff. Well, let's
I
show.
can usually catch enough white perch right off the pier here.
Mm-hmm.
And say November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, we got all the fish we want to eat. And they're all nice size. I mean, all nice, big enough to fillet, you know. And white perch is a mighty good eating fish.
Let's take them to the end of the pier and show them like the view of this end of the lake.
Yeah, we'll do that one day.
I'm talking about right now. We just walk out there. We'll walk out towards the end of the pier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't think we've shot down here before. We never showed the whole lake. Okay, you get over there. There we go.
It's a nice place to live out here. See how quiet it is.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
There's not a whole lot of kids out here. There's a few, but mostly it's older people that's bought out here, been here for years.
I'll say the only kids are the people across the slough from us, and they don't cause no issues. They're quiet.
But I like it. I still like going down the coast and catch my flounder and stuff like that. But boy, it's white perch and freshwater fish. We got catfish in here go 30 pounds.
Damn.
Whenever my mother-in-law and father-in-law was alive, they love catfish. I take a couple of big heavy rods and set them out with brim that big on them.
Yeah.
Then the next morning, I might have 2, might have 3 and catfish, 17, 18, 20 pounds, 25 pounds.
Damn.
And I'd fillet them. They'd take one fillet and cut it in half and bake it. Out of one catfish, they make 4 meals. They love them baked.
Woo!
Me and the wife don't really care that much about catfish.
Yeah.
I don't fish for them anymore.
Yeah.
I used to really catch it for them, you know.
Yeah.
But there's some whoppers in here now. But
and you can
I
see,
like it out here.
I'll say you can see that's the other side of the lake directly across from us, everybody. And show them, point towards the dam. You can see the dam a little bit.
There's your spillway right there.
Yep.
And it don't seem like water can raise and get to high in this lake. When it's that high over that spillway, it's gushing, feel like Niagara Falls, the lake's still rising.
Yeah.
That's how much water dumps into this lake. But 15 miles around, if you know all the land sloping, everything you look at sloping towards this lake.
Yep.
We got 3 creeks comes in and out that end. And most of them are filled with underground springs, and they never go dry.
And when the lake is high, you can hear that water just roaring.
Sound like Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to fall overboard. That's for sure.
No.
But,
And you said it's about 6.5 foot deep off the end of the pier here.
Right, it's about 6.5 foot.
And you've laid a lot of structure out here in the lake to fish off of, haven't you?
Oh God, yeah. I'm constantly sinking stuff. That's what them poles are for.
But tell them what you used to sink all the time. We
Christmas
used to
trees.
old-fashioned, real Christmas trees. We go into town and pick them up after Christmas. People throwing them out and sink them.
Well, Home Depot about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many they had left. They had a ton of them, and some of them was tall, 10 or 12 feet.
I remember now, yeah.
Telling people, well, I want to come get them. And I made 2 loads with my 4-wheeler trailer and my truck, as many as I could put on both of them, and I sunk every one of them all in this lake.
And a lot of people in this lake come and fish down at this end.
Oh, you better believe it.
And not just our neighbors, other people like on the other end of the lake,
yeah.
across the lake, because you can fish anywhere you want if you live on the lake.
Yeah. No, you ain't. Even if you don't live on it, if you're in the Harrican Lake subdivision.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. If you're in the lake association.
The lake's not fished very much at all, and it needs to be fished a little bit more than what it's being fished.
No.
We got a lot of small bass and all in here, you know.
Yeah.
And we tell everybody, hey, if you catch a little bass, no big pinch his head off, throw him overboard. We got too many bass in here.
Yeah.
Now, if he's that big, scale him like you would a brim and cook him whole.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, our neighbor was telling me the other night he caught quite a few bass recently.
Oh yeah.
He's a bass fisherman.
My little neighbor lives right on the other side of me over there. He comes in working on his place. He's doing a beautiful job on it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
He's still got a little bit more work to do on it, but he likes fishing at night. He's always liked fishing at night out here. And he never goes out there that he don't get anywhere from 8 to 15, 16 bass.
And he's out here for hours at a time, people. I mean, like 10 o'clock to midnight or so, yeah.
He loves it, you know. But,
and that's the other thing. The neighbors aren't real close on you out here, you know.
I got to get back into fishing with artificial worm. I done it years ago.
Well, what do you use now? You use minnows and what else?
I like using the minnows and drop around stumps and stuff. I catch a lot of bass like that. I get white perch like that. I get big bluegill like that, you know.
Okay.
But if I do fish for bass, I throw a spinnerbait. Cause I just don't have the patience anymore to fish a worm. Used to, I could sit there. It take me 10 minutes to get that worm back to the boat. I can't do that anymore.
Well,
you know.
They say patience goes away as you get older. So.
Yeah. And turtles, we have got tons of turtles in here.
Yes, I saw a 2-foot turtle the other day going by the pier, right over here, directly across where I usually sit.
When they were just across that little slough over there.
Yeah.
He caught one. I dressed it for him. It was 99 pounds.
Holy!
That thing had a head on it that big around. Caught it off his pier. And we got a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them in here.
Yeah, I see a lot. And it's mating season right now, so you
wish
see a lot.
somebody would come and taking them out because they eat a lot of fish.
They do?
Well, an old man used to fish here all the time, and then he moved. You know, all he fished, he just fished for turtles. That was it. He'd go along the bank and pile them bushes and stuff with a piece of cut brim, shoe pick, whatever, and he'd catch them big turtles. But he moved to a little camping trail over there, and I got to know him again. And one day he had that one was 75 pounds. And had two of them was in the 40-pound range. He says, I don't want to catch that many again. That's a lot of work dressing that many turtles.
Now, have you had turtle? I've had turtle.
Yeah.
It tastes good.
Yeah, but
and polishers, I want to show you. I don't know if y'all could tell, but directly across the Danforth, there's a tractor going across the road over there.
Matter of fact, they got on that tractor is the president of the association.
Oh, that is him. Okay, I wasn't sure. That's why I didn't say any names.
Yeah, he's the president of the association.
Yeah, he's got property on the other side of the lake, so.
Yeah, the way he gets to be a member is because where our spillway dumps, part of that spillway is actually on his property, so he's entitled to join the association.
Yeah.
You know?
And I never see him fishing, but you see him working on stuff all the time.
No, he don't do much fishing.
He's a hunter.
Yeah, well, his boys like to hunt.
Yeah, yeah.
He mostly goes to his boys and finds them and stuff. You know, skins them out and all, you know. But it's very pleasant out here. It's quiet.
It is. It's very quiet.
I love it out here on this pier at night.
I do too.
You can sit out here at night and just sit here for hours just looking at the stars and stuff.
Oh,
you know? And of course, I'll have a pole dropped out there with a minnow on it.
Yeah, oh, well, of course, of course.
Sooner or later, something's going to hit it and I'm going to have me something.
Well, you caught one on video before, remember?
Yeah.
One video starts off with you catching a fish.
Yeah, well, I was going to show you.
Yeah, let me see.
You have to come around this way to see it.
That's cool. I don't mind.
When I built this doggone pier and all, I run that water.
Uh-huh.
I run everything where it would drain out.
Right.
So it busted. I got to replace all the damn
Was that when we
pipe.
had that bad freeze?
Mm-hmm. We had several days of it.
Yeah, the snow and ice and everything.
Yeah. The way I had it designed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you have a shutoff valve right up here. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze through here, but I'll try. So you really can't see good.
Can you see that valve?
Not really, but
Anyway, there's a valve right there that you can take a stick and open it up and it'll drain all the water on them pipes. But what had happened, the screws had rusted off where I had them hooked to the pier, sloping all this way.
so it wasn't sloping right.
And it had made pockets of water and it froze and busted.
Huh?
So I just took that stainless steel hose. I got some of the stainless steel hose. The wife found them in a book. I said, heck, I need some of them that last longer, you know?
Yeah.
So I got them run for water right now. As soon as that water gets warm enough, I'll be getting that fix my PVC. It's a little too cold for me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good place to live.
A good place for you, nice little retirement place. You come out here and fish when you want to, and nobody gonna mess with you.
That's why I hang and skin my deer right there. I got that boat trailer which I crank them up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do all property back that way because it's hard to cut that. I'm probably gonna do it next year. I'm gonna buy some periwinkles. They grow crazy. They don't get no higher than that, but they cover. And they choke out weeds and everything. It's gonna be nothing one huge
Cool.
periwinkle.
We'll get some footage of it once it grows up.
They'll make until the frost.
Cool.
And I can't wait till I get them next year. Too late now. I can't get out in the heat and do that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of planting. I can get 300 for about probably $50. And they make a beautiful bluish purple flower.
Cool, cool.
And they like shade.
Hey, that works. There's plenty of shade over there with all them trees and stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of my projects next year.
Well, we'll get footage of it when you get that done. But I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and cut this one because we're getting long here. But you got anything to say, everybody?
Yep. Hey, life is short and death is forever. If there's something you want to do it while you can. See you later, folks.